Welcome to the Be Your Best Self blog by Marcia Abbott. The Force Within, Part 1. It's time. The world is calling for heroes. So let's dust off our capes and let's do this thing already, because I believe in you and I know you have this force within you. If you are now starting to sweat, wondering what you could possibly be getting yourself into, then fret no more, because I'm not saying you need to be the Black Widow or Storm or any of those other super awesome Marvel movie heroes, although that would be pretty cool. That's not the type of hero I'm talking about. Because you see, I'm talking about an altogether different type of hero. So follow me and let's see where this might lead. A few months back, I had the honor of attending a local business leadership summit, and our keynote speaker that day just happened to be the one and only Dee Dee Halfhill. If you have never heard of her before, I highly recommend checking her out. Her background alone in the military is enough to take your breath away. So as I was listening intently to Dee Dee, and as she was talking to us about all of the do's and don'ts of leadership, she made a comment that really stuck with me. It was a do of leadership that none of us would have ever expected to hear her say. As she listed out the various choices leaders should make, she told us to never forget to own our superpower. So of course, like all of you right now, I assumed she meant to take that one thing you're really good at and run with it. It seemed to make sense for her to say that next, especially in a meeting that was all about leadership. But that's not what Dee Dee said. Instead, what she was referring to was to own our vulnerability. That is our true superpower. That is where we can ultimately be the hero that this world needs. So how in the world can that be? Because as humans, we tend to think that we need to hide our biggest fears and our biggest weaknesses to be respected and looked up to. But here's the thing. Every single person that you come across in this world has some sort of vulnerability. We all have fears. We all have our kryptonite. And sometimes it just takes one respected person in our circle to admit theirs in order to, as Dee Dee put it, ignite the courage in others to do the same. So let's step back and think about her words. I want us to think of a world where we can be more vulnerable, a world where we can share our biggest flaws and weaknesses. If we could all start to be open about that, what could happen? How could this ultimately lead to a new and better version of ourselves, and also a new and better version of the world around us? I believe that if we all started being honest and opening up about our vulnerabilities, we would see that we're not alone in this world with our fears and self-doubt. I believe others will be able to use their strengths to help guide us through our limitations, and I believe our special abilities will do the same for them. I believe there could come a time where honesty, learning, and growing as individuals will become more important than secrecy, embarrassment, and burying our flaws from those around us. I believe we will see more confidence and less self-doubt in others and in ourselves, and I am sure we will end up learning a whole heck of a lot along the way. But let's not forget one very important thing. This won't be easy, not by a long shot. We're going to have to fight off every natural instinct we've had in the past. We will have to fight with all of our might in order to overcome that instinct and be the hero that this world needs by finally owning our superpower. It is going to take a strong force within us to accomplish this, but I believe in you, and I know that that force exists deep within you. So let's do this thing already. Pull out that dusty cape, shake it off, and step out into a new world of vulnerability. Because somebody has to start. Somebody has to go first. And that hero within you is letting you know that it might as well be you. P.S. Okay. I'll go first. Stay tuned next week while I learn to use the force within me. For those of you struggling with something in life, or if you have a topic of interest that you want me to talk about in this blog, email me at beyourbestselfblog@gmail.com. Let's work together to be our very best selves. Click below on the subscribe button for my weekly updates.